Hey y'all, I'm Heath Beecham. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and I have been on the road in my school bus Joni since January of this year. I bought her in October of last year, and we are currently in Cane Beds, Arizona. I bought the bus because in all honesty, I was super depressed and needed to shake my life up a bit. And I read a poem that really spoke to me, so I'm gonna read you that poem if that's okay. So it's called Instructions for Traveling West. First, you must realize you're homesick for all the lives you're not living. Then you must commit to the road and the rising loneliness, to the sincere thrill of coming apart. Divorce yourself from routine and control. Instead, find a desert and fall in. Take the trail that promises a view, get lost, break your toes, bruise your knees, keep going. Watch a purple meadow quiver, get still. Pet trail dogs, buy the hat, run out of gas, befriend strangers, night yourself every morning with your newborn courage. Give grief her own lullaby, drink whiskey while standing beside a 100-year-old cactus. Honor everything, pray to something unnameable, fall for someone impractical, reacquaint yourself with the desires in all her slender hands. Bear beauty for as long as you are able, and if you spot a setting warbler glowing like a prism, remind yourself that joy is not a trick. I'm in the bus and I'm on the road because I'm looking for something different in my life, and it's providing me the opportunity to live more in the present moment. My favorite thing about being on the road is just like giving in to spontaneity. In the past, it's been really hard for me to live in the present moment. I was either anxiously worried about the future or really upset about something that happened in the past, which kept me from being in the present moment. And what I've found is being on the road, I'm able to just be more present with people and give in to the little joys and spontaneities that life brings. That I guess when I was living at home in a more traditional lifestyle, it's easy to just go along with your day-to-day routine and not give in to the moments that spontaneity can bring. I think the most touching experience that I've had on the road is allowing people to love on me. When I started this journey, I was like, I'm gonna go visit all of my friends around the country and love on all of my friends. And what I've found is people are loving on me in a way that I didn't know that I needed. And so whether it's a complete stranger loving on me, like a mechanic in the middle of nowhere, Texas, or showing up at a campground in Cane Beds, Arizona, and a camp owner loving on me, that's been the best gift, is people have just loved me really well. Hi guys, welcome to Joni. So Joni's named Joni because she's blue, and Joni Mitchell's Blue album is my favorite album, so she had to be Joni. Come on in. All right, so the cab is pretty much just for storage. Joni is a 2001 Ford E450. She has a 7.3 liter diesel engine in her, and she is loud when we drive. So my 100-pound golden Doodle sits right next to me, even though he has a queen-size bed in the back, and just lets the hot air from the engine just come all over him. And I'm like, okay, if this is the way you want to ride, then this is the way we'll ride. He also looks out the school bus doors, and it's really cute. Okay, so I have pretty much everything is just storage up in the cab. I store my books up here, all of my clothes are up here, I've got a little closet. I'm really grateful to the guy who converted the bus. He put hooks everywhere, which has made my life a lot easier. So I've got hooks all down this wall, and then more hooks over here for my jackets. This is an original school bus seat, which has been lovely for storage, but also when I have friends that come to visit me on the road, they have a spot to sit in while we drive. And I'm like Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus, and it's really fun. So over here is my bathroom and shower. So I've got a composting toilet in here. When I shower, I just unhook the exhaust of the composting toilet and move it to the cab, and then put it back in when I'm done showering. I preferably try and find campgrounds that have showers, just because it takes a lot of my water tank to shower, but it's been really nice to have when I've needed it. So here is my main living area. So I'll start with the kitchen. I have a propane burner under here. Here is my burner. I have plenty of counter space, which is really nice to store things just every day. I also have a nice cutting board that the person that converted this, his uncle made this. So his uncle built wooden sailboats, so all of the woodworking in here was done by his uncle, and there's some really beautiful pieces in here that I will show you. So there's my kitchen sink. I have storage up here, so I've got my pantry. And my favorite thing about the conversion is that I don't have to worry about things moving around while I'm driving, because they put pegs everywhere, so all of my plates and bowls and everything stay in place. My cups have their own places to be, which is really nice when you're on the road a lot. I've got a bunch of storage underneath the stovetop, and then down below I have my refrigerator and freezer, which has been fantastic. I have plenty of room in both of them. They do suck up a lot of energy before, when I'm cooling them down for the first time, but once they're cool, they stay, they don't take too much battery power, which is really nice. Underneath the sink, I have my propane hot water heater and my water filter. So on the other side, we have just my trash can and more storage for food, and I have all my spices in there right now. Here is my bed. So it is a queen size bed. So I have plenty of space to sleep, which is really lovely. Under my bed, so the center of the bed can pop up and it can make a table. So if I'm hosting people, then we can have dinner or sit at a table and play a game. I don't ever use it, to be honest. I don't host very many people on the road, but that is an option. I've got plenty of storage underneath the bed, so I just have a lot of baskets that I put my clothes in and my toiletries in, and so all of that space is being used currently. On either side where the booths would be, I have more storage. So on the right side is my fresh water tank and my water pump. A cool feature about the bus that I really appreciate is behind my bed is it looks like a fuel gauge, and it's my water pump gauge. So it tells, or my fresh water tank gauge. So it tells me how much water is in my tank, which has been really lovely, because you never want to run out of water when you are boondocking on the road. Let's see, what else? I have storage under this side of the bed. You can get to it from inside of the bus, or you can get to it from the outside of the bus. So I've got plenty of storage under there. And here's my AC unit. This is very necessary in the summer, but it only is connected to shore power. I don't hook it up to my battery. So I kind of have to travel with the weather and stay in places where it's cool enough to sleep at night in case I don't have access to shore power. Here is where I normally eat. This is where I have my coffee in the morning, where I journal. It's kind of my sacred space in the bus. I have like my altar here, and then I have my battery pack over here. So this provides power for everything in the bus, except for the window, the AC unit. I've got 2 solar panels on top of the bus on my roof rack. It is already wired for me to put 2 more solar panels up there, but for right now I haven't needed them. So I am keeping that space on the roof rack for me to watch a sunset or have a cup of coffee. And I love it up there. Last thing is, this is my propane heater. So it is a sailboat heater, and that was a lifesaver being on the road during the winter. I really enjoyed it. It really I wouldn't leave it on all night, so I could turn it on at night for like an hour. I'd stay warm all night, and then in the mornings I'd turn it on for an hour, and that's pretty much all I needed it for. This is my home on the road. So I've got my 2 solar panels up here, and this is where I can hang out. I can have coffee or enjoy a sunset or look at the beautiful mountains outside of Zion.